Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, hand your honor.
Defense?
James Seeloff for the defendant, Your Honor.
Are you Isaiah Gibson?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gibson, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense in count one of theft of vehicle, $30,000 to $150,000
Yes, ma'am.
as a third-degree felony?
Yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to Home Depot located at 5638 West Loop 1604, San Antonio 78251. There is to be cats 1 and 2, and there's to be, well, the court will probably order no contact with Home Depot. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and no contact with the Home Depot at 5638 West Loop 1604. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
To count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Yes, your honor. State exhibit number 1 with office attachments.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor. Part of the plea bargain is they're going to dismiss a misdemeanor case. I don't know if the court read off the number, but there
It's
is
not in here.
It's a dismissal, and I believe prosecutor is going to give it to you.
All right,
Thank you.
all right.
Am I right?
Yes, it's just not on the plea bargain agreement, so the judge will not know about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No problem. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, so why are you taking what does not belong to you?
I was homeless and it was an opportunity for me to get some money, a payment, and I just didn't know what to do at the time. And I'm just owning up to my mistakes, Your Honor.
How old are you?
26.
All right, being homeless doesn't give you the excuse or pass to commit crimes. Because if that's the case, then everybody can be homeless and everybody who's homeless can say, oh yeah, I robbed a bank, I'm homeless. And I'm admitting that I robbed a bank. Excuse me and forgive me because I'm homeless. That's not an excuse to commit crime. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There are laws. So do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
I have a 7-year-old, 1-year-old, and I have kids on the way.
So you have children on the way?
Yes, ma'am.
Perhaps twins.
All right. And how long have you been homeless?
That was back in 2020. I'm no longer homeless anymore.
Why would you, and this is just a question that I want answered because I'm always curious. And I think if you're in the legal field, you need to be curious. Why would you continue to have children when you're not stable? For example, you have a 7-year-old, a 1-year-old, and now you say you have children on the way. Why would you bring other children into this world and do activities that will result in children being brought in this world and you don't even have your life together?
That's just my mistake, Your Honor.
No, I mean, it's not a mistake. Those are choices. People choose to do whatever activities they do. So I'm trying to figure out why people keep doing activities or not being responsible in the activities that they do and bringing children in this world that they're not prepared to raise. Do you understand that taxpayers are tired of taking care of other people's children?
Yes, ma'am.
So these children that you're about to have, if you do daycare and you're getting, you don't have to pay the full price of daycare. You know why you don't? Because taxpayers are paying for it, not you. If you get housing and you're really supposed to be paying $2,500 a month and you're really paying $34 a month, you know who's picking up that tab? Taxpayers. Taxpayers are tired of doing that. And you're old enough to know better and you're old enough to know where children come from. So why would you be irresponsible, make a choice to have these children and you're not taking care of them?
Well, I am taking care of my 1-year-old son I have now. And that was like 2-3 years ago when I wasn't with my other mother of my child.
So how many mothers of children do you have?
It's just two.
All right. So while you're out there homeless, who was paying for your child to eat? Think about that. Because a 7-year-old, a 1-year-old, you can't just put them at Travis Park and say, well, I've helped create you, go forth, hunt for yourself. So when you're homeless and when you're saying, I can't get my life together, who is providing diapers for your children? Because I know people don't do cotton anymore because people think that's beneath them. But when you can't afford the Pampers or whatever, you should go back to cotton. So when you're homeless and not doing anything, who's supporting your children? Because it wasn't you.
At the time, it was the mother of my child.
Yeah. And so when you have children, you can't fall down on your job because they can't financially support themselves. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, since this has happened, he has been employed and he assures me that he's employable once he's released.
All right. And why were you homeless?
Well, I just didn't want to go back home and I couldn't find a good job because I lost my ID and I just couldn't find the money to go get a new ID.
So you'd rather be homeless than go back home?
No, my mom wasn't allowing me to go back home.
All right. And how old were you?
I was 23 at the time.
All right. Is your mom a good mom?
Yes, ma'am.
So she probably wasn't allowing you to go back home because you don't want to follow her rules. And I always tell people, when you go back home to live with your mom, you're not an adult because you're not paying for the roof that's over your head and you're not paying for food. And I'm sure your mom probably was saying, I'm not going to have a grown man just living at my house doing nothing. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated high school.
And what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
I was planning on getting my CDL and driving trucks because I have a cousin who has his own trucking company and I wanted to drive trucks with him.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. There's a $500 fine that will be probated. There's restitution to Home Depot, if any. And that's the Home Depot located at 5638 West Loop 1604. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, the court will allow him 50 hours to be subtracted from the 200 hours. And I'm going to order that you're in some type of trade school. So if you want to get your CDL license, you can. Once that is done, then the remaining of the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice.
Thank
They want
you.
you, well, they want you to do cats 1 and 2. You have all these children that you need to take care of and hopefully you can spend some time with. Here's my cats 1 and 2. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. If you rent a vehicle or rent property, you need to return it when it says it's due in the contract. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I would like to get a new ID, but I still have to renew my license as well.
All right, so you'll have to do that. If you tell probation about that, they'll give you the steps that you need in order to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
But what I can tell you, I've recently had my license renewed, and guess what? You got to make an appointment. And they're going to want your birth certificate or either a passport. And if you don't have those, they will give you a temporary ID and make you pay the $33 for it. And guess what? It's only good for 2 weeks. All right, good luck to you. Do better.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I appreciate it. May I be excused?
Yes. 2022 CR 1156 State versus Isaiah Gibson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Robert Mauer for defendant.
And are you Mr. Gibson?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Isaiah Caleb Gibson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 1156 for the offense of theft $30,000 to $150,000 on November 16th, 2023 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 2 on or about the 22nd day of March 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Isaiah Caleb Gibson, failed to submit to your analysis as directed by supervision officer and violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State.
We waive and abandon the remainders, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, after conferring with probation, the proposed agreement for the court's consideration is to deny the state's motion, alter and amend the defendant's conditions to reflect intensive allocation, ISP high-risk caseload, sober support meetings, and then the UA hotline for at least 60 days.
That's understanding, Judge, but ask the court to follow it.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Isaiah Antonio Caleb Gibson.
All right, why are you not doing well on probation?
I had housing issues at the time. Me and my
What
wife.
are your issues?
Well, I didn't have nowhere to stay at the time, and I didn't want to call nobody for help, thinking I could do it on my own. And me and my mom wasn't seeing eye to eye. Well, I wasn't seeing eye to eye with my mom.
His mom's
never
sorry,
called.
Judge.
I just never really called to ask my mom, because every time I called, ask my mom, she always gave me hard love, and I didn't like that, and I wasn't accepting that.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 27.
You got to get your life together instead of spending all this money on tattoos.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can spend money on tattoos if you have a place to stay, but if you don't have a place to stay, all of these luxury items, you shouldn't be spending money on that. And I'm sure your mom is just tired. Like, how many times can your mom tell you to do what's right?
She didn't have to tell me what it was. She just had to tell me at all, honestly.
So it's like, how many times must she do this? I'm sure she didn't raise you to be on probation and to commit criminal acts.
I'm not she did.
All right, and then there are other things in the motion to revoke, and I'm assuming that's why you all are addressing it with intensive outpatient treatment or want to do that?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so here's the thing. Marijuana, my understanding, not from my experience, but what I've seen from television, maybe Menace to Society and other programming.
The movie.
Marijuana, usually you just around a group of people and it's puff, puff, pass, and nobody's charging anybody. But maybe somebody will bring a drink, but usually for cocaine, that costs money. That you've been spending it on that. You need to get employment and get your life together. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'm going to give you a choice. And the reason why I'm giving you a choice is because I'm being told that this is what probation is recommending. Is that correct, probation? So here are your choices. I will send you to prison for 2 years. You go do your time, you come out. Maybe you change your life, maybe you don't. You'll just be another person who went to prison. Or I can follow these conditions. But if I follow these conditions and you come back before me, you're looking at up to 10 years in the prison. So those are your two choices. You can either do the 2 years in prison today, or I will follow the agreement that has been reached. Do you need to discuss that with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you wish to do?
Follow the agreement.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. You are going to get employment, and part of it is I'm going to want employment for him. Of course, probation, no harmful, no product, sorry, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I know that I've stated that previously with you. And you're going to have employment within 30 days of release, and knock your pride aside, because I know they're hiring at McDonald's, and they're just hiring anybody at McDonald's now because their fries don't taste the same. But I know they're hiring there. I know they're hiring at Burger King. I see so many signs saying help wanted. And what I can tell you, McDonald's, I don't know about Burger King, but I know at McDonald's, they will pay for your higher level education.
Joe Miller as well.
And Bill Miller's as well, which they removed right from downtown. Now we have to walk extra, but
It's not real barbecue.
all right, as a side note, do you know, when I first came to San Antonio, because Bill Miller's was on every corner, I thought that was the barbecue of Texas. I tried it. I'm just gonna let that sit there. All right, it's fine. All right, you're gonna have employment within 30 days. So when you get out of custody, you need to hit the pavement running to get employment. Probation will give you a list of places to go to as well. And if you are not able to get employed, you had better show at least 5 places per day where you've tried to get employment. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be intensive outpatient treatment with probation. And you are going to do the UA hotline. You're going to have to call in. So either you're going to have to get a cell phone, somebody to loan it to you so you can call in, or either you're going to have to go down to probation, use their phone to call in. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's going to be field visits until further notice. And that will be 1 time per month until further notice. Is there anything else, probation? All right, and you'll be on ISP high risk case load. Is there anything else you need from me to be successful?
I have to get an ID when I get out, and usually at DMV, when you put a appointment in, it's like 2 weeks or a month in advance, and then after you put your appointment in. So that
I will
might be
tell
the
you
only
this.
delay.
If you go in and you talk to people and you present them with, I'm trying to improve my lot in life, I desperately need this ID. The judge is telling me I need a job in 30 days. Sometimes people will work with you. I ended up going to get my license, and I thought it would be an easy thing to do. I didn't know you had to set an appointment. And we can go off the record, my license was going to expire like the next day. And so I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. I go in there, line is out the door. It took me 45 minutes to actually find a place that was open, because they have places like, this is where you go to do your license, and it wasn't. I find it and I tell the lady, I said, I had no idea we had to sign up. My license is going to expire tomorrow. Can you help me? You know what she said? Tell you what, it's going to be a long wait, but just stand. I'm like, fine with waiting. I was there for about 2 hours, and I was fine with being there for 2 hours because they were helping me. So express yourself and tell them the desperation with which you need it, and you get it.
Just gonna say, and I think if you can at least show that you're going and applying for jobs, that you're making the effort while you're getting your ID, I think that you can show that to probation, will show the effort. What she doesn't want you to do is just decide you don't have an ID, so you're not gonna do anything. So you gotta
Yes.
get motivated.
And then when they interview you and they ask you, when can you start working? You know what your answer should be? Now. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and stop breaking your mom's heart. I'm sure she doesn't want to be here today for this.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Yes.
See you at one, Judge.
All right, thank you.
For sure.
Yes.